Brews and Banter.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Roman, how are you?
How you doing, Frank?
Good. How's things?
Things are very romantic lately.
God. You cannot say that in a
Why not?
10 by 10 room with another man.
We're having a bromance today.
To me. You're licking your wounds from last weekend's ass whooping?
Yeah. No, look at the beer we're having.
Yes.
So this is beer by Warhorse. We did a review of their beer not too long ago. And they have this black and white picture of a sailor and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's weird. Look at his left arm.
He's blocking her face so his wife can't see it.
Ah.
No, that was you, honey. No, that's not me.
He's got all the roses around it. So
Yeah, so it's Warhorse.
Guess what the theme is?
It's pucker up.
Guess what this beer is about? Is there anything to do with
Brown chicken, brown cow? It looks like it's about raspberry and grapefruit candy sour.
Yes, it is 6% alcohol. Two
IBU?
IBUs 2. How do you say 2 IBU or IBU 2?
IBU 2.
IBU 2. IBU 2.
No, IBU 2. Ooh, look at that. It's even pinkish.
Pink. If it's pink.
Oh, you know, it's all pink inside the can.
Oh, look at this. There's no way you can fuck this one up because there's no fucking foam.
I don't fuck it up anymore. I'm so good at this.
Oh, yeah. You read a chapter.
I'm unfuck-upable.
You read a chapter and now you're that good, huh?
No, a chapter?
Yeah.
Oh, read a chapter.
Yeah.
I thought you said I write a chapter. I'm like, I don't write shit.
No.
This is pretty cool, huh?
Very nice.
Look at that.
Cheers.
What are you going to cheers now? You already fucking drank out of it. That's like eating before saying grace and then saying grace.
I did a rim job.
Lucky glass. Yeah, these things are never really...
Now it's bleeding.
I think that can had a hemorrhoid. This smells good. That's good.
Trying to find the flavors.
I definitely taste the...
Was there cranberry?
No, I told you what it was.
I forgot.
Raspberry and grapefruit.
Ah, grapefruit. Grapefruit is what's sharp.
I didn't taste either of those at the beginning, but now I taste both.
You taste raspberry too?
Yeah. I taste the raspberry before the grapefruit. But I don't know what happens when you mix them
I can't
together.
get past grapefruit.
Huh?
I can't get past grapefruit.
No, I'm pretty good with it. It's interesting. I got the grapefruit and the raspberry.
Raspberry is one of my favorite berries.
Is it? Like twigs and berries?
Like I can eat the entire packaging.
I imagine. Because there's like little balls that go in your mouth.
And it's red and sometimes it drips.
Ew. I don't really like any of that stuff. I mean, I like cherry pie, and I like cherries. Like the cherries, like maraschino cherries. I don't eat like regular cherries unless they're chocolate dipped.
Oh, really? I get allergic reaction from cherries.
Really?
My lip swells up.
And your apples?
Apples, pears, peaches.
All of it you get allergic from? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that was an early burp there.
I know.
That's a record.
Well, we did some IT work earlier and had some shit beer, regular beer.
Yeah, I don't know what that fucking beer was. What's that stuff called? It was the Ultra America beer. It's this stuff that there's been...
Some beer that's discontinued.
I don't know if it started continuing. Like it was like the first time. But I think there's a big problem with it. They weren't shipping it, and I bought some online, and there's a lot of people. Maybe they're probably overwhelmed, but I forget what. I think it was ultra right beer. It was like Patriot themed, and one had Trump's mugshot on it.
100% American or something like that.
But this was, I mean, what I got from it was probably, someone looked online for a recipe, and like, what's the easiest and cheapest beer we can make, and that was it.
They probably took the advantage of like scandal and all that shit going on.
Yeah, I know the one we had today, the red and white and blue can. That's from Big Kettle Brewing, and I think it's Lawrenceville, Georgia.
And they're still in business?
No, I checked their website. It says permanently closed. And so, I mean, maybe it's old fucking beer. I don't fucking know. and then the black can with Trump's mugshot, that was made in Florida. I can't remember that brewery's name, but I think they're both actually the same fucking beer. They taste the same, and I'm like, oh, this will work in a pinch, but it's not. I mean, it's probably, nano beer, like part of the whole craft beer piece, but it's never gonna. I'm not even gonna finish what we have. I mean, it's just going into like long-term storage.
Yeah, giving it away.
We're gonna deep six it.
10 followers, and you get a. You earn us 10 followers, you get a free one of those.
First people to contact us get a 6-pack. First email we get. We'll probably even pay the shipping just to get rid of the fucking stuff.
Take it.
Yeah.
You want to hear a dad joke?
Mm-hmm.
What has 5 toes that isn't your foot?
Mm-hmm.
My foot.
Fucking dick.
I like that. I like the dad jokes.
I got one. So what's I've got to think about how to word this. Why are nipples so important?
Why?
Because without nipples, boobies would be pointless.
That's a good one.
Got all kinds of them.
What do duck hunters like to eat with their cheese?
Quackers.
Yes.
Yeah. I get to guess some of these jokes.
I've just started getting hard ones.
Because I'm super stupid. That's like the third or fourth one I was able to guess, right?
Okay, fine. What is green and smells like pork?
Green that smells like pork. Mm-hmm. I don't know that.
Kermit's fingers.
He's making the bacon. That's what he's doing. Yeah. Boy, she owned him. That poor guy. Yeah, she was way out of his league and, 3 times his weight.
She's wilder than he is.
Oh, yeah. I remember watching one of those Muppet shows when I was younger. They were on a trip. They must have been going on a trip somewhere. It was pretty cool to watch. Like, It was, I don't know how old I was, probably, 35 or 40. Like, it was just something. I can't remember. I don't know why I was thinking of. I mean, because you told the joke, but it was that left an impression on me. I'm gonna watch that again.
Yeah,
and then probably fall asleep 5 minutes into it.
Somebody should take like old kids cartoons and do like adult version.
So, did you have cartoons growing up?
No, I fucking watched books and I flipped them really fast to see pictures move. Dude, I have
this
cartoons.
is a public service announcement. Brews and Banter is looking for a new host with Frank. No, I mean, like,
you have cartoons growing up.
Like, did you have cable and shit like that? And
yeah.
I don't know. Like, you didn't have a lot of shit. You had a broken childhood. You're all a fucking vandal and fucking
I did, but
doing all this weird shit with fucking.
Everybody has TVs.
Not everybody. And not everybody has cable.
Well, when I was growing up, and I wasn't in the United States yet, our TV was one of those old.
Well, you wouldn't grow up while you were in the United States because you were in the United States when you were already grown up.
I came here when I was a teenager.
Right, so you're already grown up.
No. 13.
That is a teenager.
Beep, 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 well, I couldn't remember if it was 12 or 13.
PSA. Still looking for a new podcast host.
Public announcement. Yes, I had cartoons, cable.
Well, but do you remember that cartoon with the bill on Capitol Hill? It was like I don't think it was there was a dollar bill, but there's also like a bill they're trying to pass through the Senate and Congress and shit like that. But that song was always like, I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill. And, that's something in my head too, because I have lots of weird shit in my head. So that's there also. But that's why I was bringing it up. Fuck if you watch cartoons or not. It's one more beer now.
I still watch cartoons.
That's good.
Do you watch cartoons?
Some of the adulter kinds of ones, like, well, they aren't even on anymore. But it was like Johnny Dangerously. No, not Johnny Dangerously.
Johnny Bravo?
Yeah, Johnny Bravo. Johnny Dangerously was Elephantitis and Michael Keaton. Wait, here's the mobster with the big nuts.
Johnny Dangerously?
No, I meant Johnny Bravo. And then the other guy had, truant officer.
Who?
I don't know who that guy was. Truant officer. Like he'd always like cut school and there'd be a truant officer looking for him. Maybe that was Johnny Bravo. Or like we watched Phineas and Ferb.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool because they had a thing down. So when my daughter was much younger, we went to Disney and they had a Phineas and Ferb, because we went to Disney. They had a Phineas and Ferb interactive thing for kids. You buy this little card, you got to go find them throughout the Epcot. And there's Perry the Platypus was there. And so we'd be walking around Epcot looking at this thing and people didn't know what we were doing. Because they weren't really familiar with it. But my daughter's looking for the thing, and it was like an app on your phone, and you got to do something. And once you figure it out, you hit a button, and then this platypus would pop out of the top of this place in Germany and take a train around the top, and everybody's like, "Where did that train come from?" Like they don't know what's going on.
I remember seeing them. I remember seeing them.
It was pretty cool, but I don't watch a lot of cartoons.
Yeah, I didn't really watch those. I always like Tom and Jerry.
You know the biggest reason I don't watch cartoons now?
Why?
Because I'm a fucking adult, Roman.
Oh, I'm an adult. I don't watch cartoons. I was talking about adult cartoons.
How about Jessica Rabbit? Remember her?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was kind of a cartoon, right?
Did you watch Space Jam?
Part of it with Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah. But not a lot. I didn't understand how that was even going to be a good movie for me, so.
It was fun. I like it.
Yeah. I watch, I like a lot of computer-generated CG stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see. That was...
so you know what came out Thursday?
What?
Did you ever watch... You don't play video games, do you?
I do.
Did you ever play Halo? Mm-hmm. Did you ever watch that series?
No, it's out?
So there's two... The second season just started Thursday. With that Master Chief, whatever his name is.
Halo is on Xbox. It's like a Microsoft game. And...
oh, my God. Are you going to give me fucking megabits and all kinds of weird detail information and shit?
You done? Wasn't I the one who just installed a hard drive in your laptop and formatted it?
Your hard drive was not my laptop. Laptop's what I call my butthole, and you put a hard drive in it.
No, I gave your hard drive a big D.
You did, yeah. We did label the hard drive D for instead of C, it was a D.
Instead of a cunt, it's a dick.
Yeah, we've got a all-inclusive laptop.
Yeah. There you go. Your laptop's very progressive.
Yes.
What was I saying? Oh, it's a Microsoft game, so it's like an Xbox platform. I'm more of like a PlayStation guy.
Right, but so do you know what I'm talking about, Halo?
Yeah, I know the game.
So that was, I got into it last year for some reason. I mean, it's like a Star Wars type of thing. Mm-hmm. And then there was another show I just watched recently on one of these other services. It's actually a series. But they do these series where they split them up, like they're parts.
Like a long movie, but it's like three long.
There's like 3 or 4 episodes. So yeah, I'm getting off topic. I mean, that's not the Halo piece. That's something else.
Right.
But Halo just came out with the second season. But it's like there are these humans that are, soldiers. But I think that they've been genetically enhanced, not like cultivated or made in a like KFC chicken. These are like real people. I think they have like their mind's been fucked up a bit, but it's just pretty cool. They got pretty cool, guns and shit, and the plots are pretty cool. But I like that stuff. I really don't watch any live TV unless it's sports.
Is that animated or is that?
No, it's
It's like that movie. Do you ever watch a movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme? It's called Universal Soldier.
Yeah. Well, but that's old, right?
It is old, but still, is it like they're like enhanced soldiers?
Yeah, they got these big suits and they can fucking rock it up and they can, they're like super strong and they can take blasts like to their face more than you can.
Good for them.
They take more shots to the face than Jenna Jameson.
They'll make some guy happy someday. I have a really cool show to recommend.
Okay.
You will like it because it's got that humor. It's called Laudermilk.
So who's in that? Oh, I just saw that. Is the guy that's like really
Ron Livingston's in it.
Yeah, I saw the clip. He's at a bar and he's telling the lady he's at a coffee shop.
He's at a coffee shop. She's like, "What else do you want?"
Yeah.
She does this like vocal fry.
Yeah, because he let her in the door and then she went and ordered first. He's like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, no, I just let you in the door. It doesn't mean you get to order first. Yeah.
But there's another one. He walks into a coffee shop and he places an order, and the girl who's helping him, she's like, "And what else can I get you?" And she has this like vocal fry, and he goes, "I don't know, but why are you talking like that?"
I'm gonna have to watch this. This is right
She's
up
like,
my
"You're
alley.
an asshole."
This is right up my alley.
And he's just got like, he just calls people out. There was one part
What's his occupation?
So he cleans floors in the bank at night. He like waxes them, but he also he runs an AA meeting.
Is he an alcoholic? Is he alcoholic?
He was, yeah. And then like he's clean, but he runs this.
Well, I don't think you can be, right?
What?
Once you're an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, I don't think you was. I think you always are.
I guess.
You're just recovering.
I don't know.
I'm trying to be intellectual here, Roman.
Okay. I don't know what to say. So he sees this guy who was like drunk. He's drinking this beer can. He throws it and goes through his keys. And he's like, "Hey, buddy, were you drinking?" He goes, "Yeah, what are you, fucking police?" And he's like, he yanks the keys out of the guy's hand. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm not going to let you get in your truck, drive fast, and hit a minivan and kill a mom with a bunch of kids in the car." He's like, "What truck?" He's like, "I don't have a truck." He goes, "Well, what are you riding?" He goes, "Motorcycle." He goes, "Oh."
Here's your
He
keys.
goes, "Are you organ donor?" He goes, "Yeah." "Here's your keys."
Nice.
He just calls people out. He doesn't hold back. you will really like.
That just came out, right?
No, I think it's got like 4 seasons.
Oh, really? I never heard of it. I mean, I don't know where it came up on an episode.
The episodes are like maybe 30 minutes long, so it's really funny. It's got fucking great. I don't want to spoil it for you.
I'll watch it, but
so many fucking.
I'm trying to figure
that?
out this. I got a joke. Okay, here it is. So, we can't do the.
What?
Hang on, it's at 125. I'm gonna go back to like 1.
Here we go. Fucking Frank with technology.
No, I'm gonna give it the D. So, did you hear Beastie Boys are coming out with a new album?
No.
It's got 4 parts.
What is
There's B, C, and D, but you got to fight for your right to part A. Listen.
Not for too long.
And A.
Yeah.
That's one.
Nice. Where'd you get that joke from?
That's in this group chat I'm in with these. That's not the joke. The joke that I was told was, it's a 4-part album and it's A, B, C, but you gotta fight for your right to part D.
Yeah.
But they say part A, so
Yeah.
I modified it. I made it frankable.
Here's another joke.
Okay.
What is the difference between marijuana and pussy?
You can smoke pussy.
If you can smell weed across the room, it's good weed.
Oh my goodness. What does your browser history look like for these jokes?
Oh man, there's like 47 windows open, all kinds of crazy shit going on.
You know what's cool? I'm glad yours are open because mine were until you fucking shut the power off my laptop.
You're welcome.
They all fucking lost them all. But whatever.
You'll get them back.
Yeah, I'll find them. What else we got?
You're smart.
I am.
So, we like to promote U.S. made products, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm disappointed. So, I'm like many men who are losing their hair have now been forced into shaving my head.
Yes, you do.
Due to my genetics.
It's like a clean shave every day or what? What's going on there?
Every other day I got to shave.
I mean, I used to think that, okay, cool, you're great in a survival situation because I could use your head to strike a match. Mm-hmm. But now it's like I got to just fucking rub my nuts across it.
So,
like, that doesn't
catch
really,
it on fire?
Yeah, like really quick. Well, it's like a bow drill, except it's a ball drill.
Like, Roman, put your head down. I'm going to run and quickly scrape my balls up again.
It's just a small little hop. Yeah, so you got to do it every day now or every other day?
So, like every other day, because then it becomes like a fucking Velcro. Everything sticks to it. Uh-huh. So I was like, all right, I accepted the fact. Okay, I'm going to be bald now. And
I don't know what happened there.
you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, because I can smell it.
It's this fucking, it's grapefruit and
Like
raspberry.
a burp, a sneeze, and a cough.
It was
at the
everything.
same
There
time.
might have been a toot in there too, man.
You need to go change.
This is full exhaust.
We can pause.
No, I'm not changing anything.
Okay, you can change. You have another set of diapers here?
Landlord can change the fucking, he can clean up.
So I was like, all right, it is what it is. I'm going to buy a head shaver that is made in U.S. I spend maybe an hour online trying to find a shaver that is made in U.S. And there isn't one.
So I see this skull shaver all over Instagram.
They are all made in China. And there was one company that said, our shit is made in U.S. And it's not. It's a U.S. company. But all their stuff is assembled, built in China, then shipped over here. So
Who's the Norelco or something like that? Those people that make the electric shavers now? Is that a U.S. company?
No.
No.
And so the one I bought, so I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna buy some Chinese shit, I guess I'll buy two and compare them, and whichever one is good, I'll use on my head, and the other one I'll use on my ass.
Oh, you're nuts. Whatever. Same thing.
I don't know if I can trust my nuts.
Man, you gotta have a fucking white ass because there's so much hair in it now. There's no sun that could ever get to it.
It's pretty white. Want to see it?
Yeah.
No, later.
I want to show everybody.
No. I don't. Well,
Show me the side.
my OnlyFans, you can see it.
Show me the side that says Frank, enter here with the arrow. I want to see that side.
I know it's Valentine's Day, but I'm not going there.
Okay.
Oh, maybe we'll talk later.
This beer's good.
So, if there's company out there that is making these head shavers for bald guys that is made in U.S., please reach out. I'll buy it. I'm not asking it for free. I'm willing to pay over $100 for it. And just as long as it's made in U.S. And I'll promote the shit out of it, even if I paid for it. And it's just unfortunate. That's too bad. There's a lot of bald guys.
There's got to be someone out there. I mean, this is a big fucking country.
They have like U.S. made razors. It looks like it's got like these wheels. It's funny. It's like a car, and then it's got a razor blade, and you shave it. The problem is, it cuts your hair below the surface, so you get like ingrown hair.
So it pulls it?
No, it.
How's it get below your fucking surface? That's taking your fucking epidermis layer off. How can it cut hair below your fucking skin?
It presses the skin down to expose more hair.
Oh my God.
As it cuts the hair and releases it, and then the hair ends up beneath the surface.
Okay. And you get ingrown hairs from that?
And then you get these bumps, it sucks. Anyways. They have those, they have other I was hoping that Wall would make one of them.
WAHL?
Yeah, WAHL. But they don't have the kind that like with multiple blades, like a shaver,
Now you're being specific, you little prissy fuck.
Well, it's so like it can hug your head as you shave it.
Make love to your cranium.
Anyways,
Ukrainian.
if there is one that's made in U.S.
But you want electric or battery charge?
Battery charge, yeah. Like all these Chinese ones, you can charge them. You can use them in the shower. They can get wet.
But you don't care if it's waterproof. Yeah, I mean, right?
I mean, I don't shave it in the shower, so if it's not waterproof, that's fine. But if it's made in even if they got parts from other countries and they assembled it, and the company is based in U.S., I will pay more money for it.
Yep. Well, at this point, you'll pay anything just to fucking get one.
Just to support. Yeah, like there was one I found, and I did a deep research, and it's from UK. And
it's close. It's got half of our letter in it. The U.S. is UK.
That's unfortunate. But I did buy, if you like knives, so I like knives a lot. Like And I showed you a cool folding knife I bought the other day. White River knives. That's a pretty cool company.
And again, this is things you bought. These are not. These are no sponsored.
Oh
things.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'll take free knives. I'll take free anything.
Well, but there's a package deal. I'm part of your package.
Yeah. Are you free?
Oh, this is fucking Valentine's Day. Yeah. Brown chicken brown cow.
Okay. I have another joke for you.
Okay.
Then I have some interesting articles. I think you get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
I'll dump all these jokes on you now, and then we'll get past the jokes.
Take a dump on me.
The other day, I was gonna go to a meeting. The meeting is for premature ejaculation meeting. Mm-hmm. I didn't know what to wear, so I just came in my pants. Here's a longer joke. 3 guys.
That's the only thing you got this long.
Yeah.
And that's not a joke. And that's not a joke.
That's not a joke.
One stroke joke.
There's nothing funny about it.
No. Hung like a thumb.
Yeah, pinky. 3 guys at a ski lodge, and they stay overnight, but the hotel can't accommodate enough space, so there's only 1 bed. So they got a room with 1 bed. So 3 guys sleeping in the same bed. They wake up in the morning.
Is that uncommon?
Huh?
Is that uncommon?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the hotel rooms. I haven't done it. But so one guy that slept on the left side of the bed wakes up. He goes, "Guys, I had a really weird dream." Like, what? It's like, I had a dream that a guy jerked me off. And the guy that was laying on the right side goes, "Dude, I had the same dream." And the guy in the middle goes, "I had a dream I was skiing."
Yeah. I've heard that before too.
You heard that one?
Yeah, but so I just got to give some advice to people here. If you're not gay and that happens to you, don't talk about it. Never admit it.
No, admit it. It's funny.
No, don't admit it.
I told people on
when you were the middleman, you told people
podcast that your nipples touch my nipples.
On a podcast?
On this podcast?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, the beginning when we talked about how you came out shirtless and you fucking decided to hug me to see if I'll get weirded out.
Did you get weirded out?
No, I got excited.
Yeah.
Why do Bill Cosby and Freddy Krueger have in common?
I don't know.
When you fall asleep, you're fucked.
What an epic downfall for that fucking guy too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, what a mess. I mean, you probably could have had just about any girl, not any girl, I suppose, but a lot of your choice when you're at the height of your career, money, fame, whatever this fucking is. And he's got to drug people. I mean,
that's fucked up.
I mean, it's wrong, yeah, for sure, right? But like, what about these poor victims? I mean, it's just disgusting. And then he tries to cover it up and shit. It's just fucking weird. And now he's like 108 in prison or something. Yeah.
108.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is. He's fucking old.
He's old.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him.
But like, just your whole legacy, your career, because he got busted when he's old. I mean, I don't know these stats, but I think he's maybe 75 when he went to prison. That means you've done this that long and not got caught. But at that point, you should just be like living out your fucking golden years, man.
Well, I mean, like the whole thing with Epstein Island, right?
Yeah.
All these sick fucks, right?
Oh yeah.
I bet there's another island like that.
Yeah. Fucking Roman Island.
There's more of these sick fucks out there.
Yeah.
So if one place got closed, there's another place.
Yeah, someone owns Epstein Island probably, right?
I don't know what's going on with it.
They should have fucking sent him there and just made him live there.
Who?
Epstein.
No.
Yeah, just let him rot away. Like, you got to fucking forage.
I wish he was alive so he can give us dirt on everybody.
Yeah, that list just kind of fucking disappeared. Like, all these people on the list just kind of...
Yeah, what happened to that?
Just fucking, like a fart in the wind, just gone.
And
Hillary?
Clinton, sorry.
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton. They got some power.
Whatever.
Hey, I had this thought the other day. If you could go back in time, any time, period, like what time period would you go back? And you can bring anything you want with you.
Is this a joke or a serious question?
No, serious question. I just had this thought the other day.
So can I mix time periods?
Excuse me.
Because this would be pretty cool.
You can bring.
No, can I mix
anything-
time period? Like, can I?
No. I'm going to repeat my.
I got a shower, so I want to go back to a time
That's
where I
fine.
can fucking bathe. I like that. That's pretty important to me.
You can bring anything you want with you. What would you bring, and what time period would you go to?
I would go back to the. What is it? The Roaring 30s or whatever it is, Roaring 50s, whatever it is. And I'd bring you with me.
Item, not a person.
What?
Item.
Oh, item.
You can bring any items.
All right, well, this fucks everything up. I would go back to. I would probably go back to. We always talk about these Viking things, but that's kind of. I don't know if I could live like that. I think I wouldn't want to be communal with all these fuckers around me. You all fucking stink, and I don't want to kill my own meat because it smells funny. So that's out. And unless I can go like to Wegmans, I'm a Viking. Oh, but can I bring Wegmans with me?
I don't know if that's considered an item.
All right, I can't make this difficult. I'm okay. I would go back to like the Wild West, and I'd bring a hot water shower with me.
That's it?
I could bring more than one thing?
Yeah, you can bring more than one thing, but you need to be able to.
Oh, then I'd bring modern girls who shave themselves. They come with me. I'd bring them with me too. Or I know what I'd bring with me? I'd bring this fucking shaver you're going to get. And then we could use it back then.
Watch this, guys.
Yeah. And I'll show you how to use
They're
it.
going to be like, you fucking pussy. We have the.
No, yeah, that's right. Yeah, here's your
Shave with knives.
fucking pussy. Here you go. Yeah. So that's what I'd do. I'd go back to Wild West times, and I'd bring some sort of shaver that you're going to get from.
Any time in the past, that's the time you would go to.
Well, I don't really sit there and think about it because I have a life, so I don't really fucking sit here and think about what.
But you don't drive.
Because it's never going to happen.
I know, but it's interesting.
I can drive. I could drive a horse and buggy.
So you would bring shower, some girls, a shaver. And
Now, there's probably girls there with shoes. I don't want to fuck. That's a lot of baggage. I don't bring with me. I don't want to travel with them. They don't get along. Girls don't get along with girls.
Too many carry-ons.
I don't want to. Yeah. I was. We'll get someone with her. I don't know. So what would you do? Because you obviously thought this out, and it's going to be a much better
I
answer
thought
than
about
mine.
this.
I know. So your answer is going to be awesome because
So
it's
I'll
your
tell
fucking
you.
question.
I would bring a cell phone fully charged.
Where are you going first?
Doesn't matter. Hold on. Well, that does matter.
I don't want a phone. I don't want my phone I got now.
I would bring a smartphone fully charged, a battery bank. I would bring, that's it.
That's a great story.
That's it. And then I would go to, the time period would be Egypt when they were building pyramids. Because I want to see how those fucking pyramids were built. And I want to see that time. And I want to show them a bunch of pictures and videos on the cell phone. And be like, this is the future of the technology. And this is what... what? Aren't you curious how they build the fucking pyramids?
PSA, still looking for a podcast. Well, I'd like to see. I don't give a shit if I show them technology.
Well, they're going to be like, wow, what the hell is this?
I'd use the phone for porn.
Sorcerers. Yeah, I'm going to show them porn. Yeah, I can't show them porn because
Pyramid porn.
naked girls everywhere.
Pyramid porn.
But I can shower there. No, you know
Well,
what?
you do have showers.
They will shower me.
With what? Golden shower. That's what you're getting.
They're going to think I'm some kind of magician.
Do you get super dark in the sun?
And,
Because you would look Egyptian.
Yeah, maybe if I spend years in the sun, I would look
Years?
Egyptian.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you look Egyptian right away.
Well, it takes time to get crispy and fucking
Crispy.
well done.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd care to go back there and show them what they could be doing because you're gonna get fucking killed because they're like, well, thanks, you fucker.
No, they're going to be like, we need to keep this guy alive because he fucking knows something that we need to know. At the same time, I'm going to be like, oh, this is how the pyramids were built.
Yeah, that would be cool to know.
And I can come back and be like, no more of this bullshit. I'll tell you exactly what happened. But while you're there, they'll feed you grapes and food you can't even imagine. And they'll shower you. You don't have to shower.
I'll fucking do all that for you now.
Yeah?
It's Valentine's Day coming up.
Oh, that's right.
No, I don't want to do that because they're stinking. They all shit in a fucking
Where?
tub. Yeah, exactly. Where? They don't have fucking plumbing. They have those
Right,
aqueducts.
it just gets all washed away.
Well, right, but where do you think you're shitting in? There's no toilets. It's just like, I hope you got good aim. There's a hole.
There's a hole.
Or a trough.
Yeah, that's okay. I can do it. I mean, I go in the woods.
No,
and
I don't
fucking
care about
shit
me.
in the
I
woods.
care about the women.
What do you mean?
Clean yourself.
Well, they clean after. So do guys.
How do you know? How do you know? Take a picture of yourself when you go back there. Let me know.
Because if they didn't, nobody would want to have sex.
You go back there and then text me a video.
I'll document.
Yeah.
Excuse me, can you like?
Oh, we had it all
what's the
wrong.
next thing?
They had these fig leaves that were really cool. The eucalyptus feels good on your fucking crack.
They had robots that came out like.
Yeah, they're probably much more advanced than we think. I don't know.
They have bidets.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were so advanced they could build pyramids.
What's shocking is the birth piece. Like, I mean, there's just no medicines, right? There's no epidurals. There's no
Oh yeah.
Pitocin. There's none of this shit. So, like, I mean, birth was all natural, and they did it. And I don't know if there's even a study. How would you really know, right? But what was the survival rate? Like, I mean, that everybody populated, but like, was it like, one for you, one for the devil, one for you,
of what? Birth?
Birth, yeah. Because, I mean, it's high now for modern medicine, but like, how many people were actually born that survived back in any of those days? Not just Egyptian, like, I mean,
I'd assume more survived than died.
why? Unless they're smaller babies than you think or something?
No, because I mean, natural birth.
But the pain threshold? What the fuck? You got a fucking...
I mean, there are women who still do natural birth nowadays.
No, I understand, but it's not the majority, I don't think. I mean, it's but also, like, people are having, like, fucking 15-pound babies. What the fuck? I mean, I know it's not all the time.
Or then.
No, I wasn't back then. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, I mean...
When I come back, I'll tell you.
Yeah, you let me know.
Yeah.
But even, like, look at the NFL. Like, you have running backs that are 270 pounds.
Well, you know what Romans used to do? Like, when they were trying to raise warriors, like gladiators? If the baby wasn't born perfect, they would just get rid of the babies.
What does perfect mean? Like, how do you know if it's perfect?
Like 5 fingers, 5...
Oh.
On each hand, 5 toes on each foot.
Mm-hmm. Just fucking discard it?
Just properly, like...
Well, you couldn't be right anyway to be able to fucking fight in those things and kill people like that. Like, that's part of their life. That's their living,
Yeah.
Speaking of Roman, don't you have something Roman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So I felt bad if everybody checks out our Pound Round episode that just was released, and I had an advantage, and now Roman does.
I'm Gladiator. Let's go.
You're glad he ate her.
I'm glad I
Remember
that's
the joke. Yeah.
Gladiator.
Yeah. I don't know. You're going to have to sip from a straw next Pound
Let's
Round.
see if I can do this. Make sure I don't miss my mouth.
Yeah. I'm interested to watch this. This is like a fucking train wreck right here. Yeah, it worked. But that's going to hinder your ability to drink beers quick.
In a battle, I have time.
Yeah, that is that too tight on your head?
No, if it's perfect on my bald spot.
Yeah. So yeah, the
A girl goes, "Can I touch your bald head?" I go, "Which one?"
that wasn't a girl. What do you think about this beer, by the way? Yours is gone.
I like it.
It's definitely smells great.
Once I accepted the fact that I don't really taste raspberries, in my mind it's just
But can you smell the raspberry? I smell it there.
no.
Maybe you got a broken sniffer.
You said grapefruit, right?
Yeah, grapefruit and raspberry.
Yeah, grapefruit. It's just it's kind of an overpowering flavor.
Grapefruit is.
Yeah,
But
it's tough to get past that one.
at the beginning, it's mixed, so I don't, it's hard to decide, which one you're getting. But then I get both on the back end, so I like it.
I really like it. What would you give it as a
So
score?
we didn't grade last week's either because we're on the Pound Round.
That's right. Sometimes we forget.
But I know this is SPB. We got grade SPB.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what are we saying? Yeah, I'm gonna do P.
Pea, probably.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, you can tell the grapefruit leaves like a kind of weird aftertaste, but it's what every grapefruit does. It's not like limited to this beer.
I'll go with pea also.
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't remember the bee we've had.
Best.
Yeah, but I don't remember what we've had that was best. You know?
Actually, bullfinch had good sound.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep. That's right.
I have not had
We had those in Pennsylvania.
Bullfinch that was not good.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, we probably, if we were prepared and not super assholes, we probably should have had a log of every beer we've done.
It is logged.
Well, yeah, I don't want to go back and look at it. I just want to read it like on a spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet?
Yeah.
I'll put it in a spreadsheet if you want.
Well, so we're on episode 49
We should
now.
start now before it gets too long.
So we do have a
That's what she said.
Yeah.
We should start now before it gets too long.
Yeah. Well, you probably never heard that.
I've never heard that. No.
But we have so this is episode 49. Our episode 50 is going to be in a special location, a destination location.
That's right. Speaking of that, have you heard about Drake fucking recording himself jerking off?
So,
And then like the video went viral.
right. So
Why would somebody do that?
I've heard, so I didn't know it was that. I heard that there was a video that came out, but I didn't hear about the whole, what the content of it was. But now it makes me nervous because I know a lot of these, teenagers like him. So I'm wondering.
Because his dick is exposed?
No, because they like his music and they think he's fucking sexy hot bitch. SHB.
He
Sexy hot bitch.
looks like a fucking robot.
No, robot's got
Weird.
mega money. I'd bring him.
Is he Canadian?
I don't know. I'd fucking bring him back to Egypt with me.
Fuck that. Too much baggage. Why would you record yourself jerking out? That's so weird.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I haven't.
Well, how do you do that? Like, what
I use my phone to look at something to jerk off to.
what is it like? Is the phone on a stand or is he holding it in his other hand?
A video of him laying in bed, and there's mirrors, and he's recording himself in the mirror.
So his hand is occupied with the phone.
Yeah, he's got phone.
Oh, I got to use two hands, so that's a
jerking
problem for me.
off.
I got to use two. But here again, what's going on with this guy? Like he
I don't
could
know.
probably
Why the
he could
fuck would
probably
you do
like
that?
order off the takeout menu, like just fucking. I really got to. Okay, I'll take a number 4 blonde, please.
What?
Like he doesn't. He could have a girl at any time he wants.
Oh, I'm sure he can, but I'm saying like I don't understand.
or a guy. I don't know what he's into,
Yeah.
but
What was the reason for it? Like, what was the? I don't know. Fuck him.
But maybe that's his kink. Maybe
Okay.
he likes to see himself do that.
All right, good for him.
You like fucking rubber duckies up your butt.
All right, enough of Drake. I got a cool story. Rubber ducky.
Butt duckies.
He's swinging that fucking thing like anaconda.
They're butt duckies.
3 dogs rescued from Utah freeway. February 7th, Utah Highway Patrol trooper came to the rescue of 3 dogs spotted running loose on a busy stretch of freeway. That's fucking dangerous. The Utah Highway Patrol said the trooper was driving on State Route 201 in Magna, near Salt Lake City, when he spotted 3 dogs running loose in the road. The trooper followed the dogs on the road for time before he and bystander were able to coax them into his patrol car. The dogs were taken to Salt Lake County Animal Services, which shared a photo of the 3 canine scofflaws.
How's it spelled?
Scofflaws.
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
In the back of the trooper car. Maybe scofflaws, like dogs that were loose.
Yeah, that's what we'll call it.
Animal Services official said in a Facebook post that they are trying to locate the owner of 3 dogs. At this time, dogs are not charged with any crime. I'm just kidding. As friendly reminder, it's always important to have a collar with identification tags and microchip with up-to-date contact information for your furry companion.
Yep. Agreed.
Is your dog microchipped?
He's not. No. But my dog is a small dog. He's not running away. I mean, this little fucker, he runs 50 yards and he's laying down because he just wiped out. Like if I had a dog like Dexter, like something that or some sort of lab, lots of energy, then yeah, I'd get it done.
Dexter is actually, he's really good. Like, I've trained him where he knows our boundary, like of our property, and he used to run off, but I've trained him where he won't. Like, if I tell him, leave it, there's another dog walks by, he'll leave it alone.
No, so Finn, it happened the other day. I let him out to piss or shit, whatever he's doing, and there's someone walking their dog, and he ran right to him like he's trotting. Because full speed to him is a fucking jog. He's just got little legs, but like, yeah, he would not listen. I mean, the dog was friendly and the owner was cool, but like I didn't see them out there. Otherwise, I wouldn't have let him out without a leash. But he did not listen, and he did it today when you came over. He gets on a smell and he wants to do it, but like your dad voiced him and he listens, but it's just, I mean, he's only 6.
My other dog, Lily, she's attached to my wife. Actually, whatever my wife goes, all the dogs follow her. I'm like, what am I? Like, I take care of you guys. I take out your shit. I train you. I feed you. I cuddle with you.
I know what the problem is. You need to shit next to them while they're doing it. It builds a bond.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to have my dog shit in the front yard, and I'll pull my pants down and fucking shit next to him.
It's bonding. That's what you got to do.
My neighbors would really like that. My white ass.
Yeah, but it's like illuminating. It's like the moon, like the full moon.
My dog, Lily, she saw my wife take Dexter for a walk, and she's looking through the window. She's like, where is she? So she knew in direction she went.
She's like, bitch, where'd you?
And then, so I waited till my wife was out of sight. So I opened the door. I let Lily out. As soon as I opened the door, she fucking bolted. I'm like, Lily, and she can't hear anymore. So I'm calling her, Lily, stop. And then she's not responding. She's running full speed in that direction. I'm like, fuck, I didn't stretch. I wasn't ready. I'm like running. I'm like, oh, fuck, my leg. Yeah. So I chase her like 6 houses down the street, finally catch up to her. I grab her, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Talking to her like she understands me. But,
and she still can't hear you.
Yeah, she can't hear me. Bring her back. And I was like, oh, man, Dexter would never do that.
It's well, when Dexter gets that age, he might,
Speaking of furry animals, here's another good one. Raccoon knocks out power for thousands in downtown Toronto. February 2nd, a power outage affecting thousands of customers in downtown Toronto was caused by an unlucky raccoon that wandered into the wrong place, utility officials said. Hydro One said on social media that about 7,000 downtown customers lost power for more than 2 hours Thursday night. And the crews determined that the raccoon made contact with our equipment at a downtown Toronto station.
He's like fried raccoon now? Yeah.
What would you call that?
No. Well, there's
BBQ.
Well, there's like rack a lamb. This is raccoon.
Raccoon. Tiziana Bequiga Rosa, a spokeswoman for Hydro One, told Golden News that crews were able to confirm that a raccoon was behind the issue at the Church Wellesley area transmission station because the animal was unfortunately there on site and had perished when they arrived.
I mean, they're being very delicate. Like, just say this raccoon wandered in a station and it got killed touching electricity. Like,
yeah,
parrot. Like all these fucking weird words. Like
all this up.
All this means is that Trudeau's going to spend about fucking $1 million making some sort of law about fucking raccoons.
This is a funny one.
That guy's a fucking douchebag.
Yeah,
by the
fuck
way.
him.
Yeah,
I hate him. I hate him just as much as fucking was the governor of California,
Newsom,
dipshit.
Who I believe is going to be the vice presidential nominee.
No. 3-year-old rescued from inside Hello Kitty claw machine. This kid is smart.
They crawled in?
This kid is smart. Listen.
Oh, yeah, so smart he got fucking locked in.
A 3-year-old boy climbed into a claw machine in Queensland, Australia, and ended up needing a rescue from police. The Queensland Police Service said in a Facebook post that the boy named Ethan had climbed into the claw machine filled with Hello Kitty plush toys through the prize chute and was unable to find his way back out.
The door opens in, so you can't.
You can't. Yeah. A video accompanying the post shows Ethan's parents directing him to back corner of the machine and tell him to cover his eyes so the officers could smash the glass panel. Then was lifted out of the machine and returned to his family uninjured.
Poor guy.
An officer can be heard saying, "You won a prize. Which one do you want?" The post said the toddler played his part of the game beautifully. This kid,
Poor little guy.
This kid will never be surrounded by this much pussy in his life.
You don't know that. You don't know that. Where's he from?
He was swimming in pussy.
Well, where's he from though?
Australia.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He was down. He was literally down under.
And then I had this experience. I think I mentioned when my son and we drove cross country. We drove to Utah and back.
Mm-hmm.
And
how far is that? Hours one way? Like 12, 15, 8? I don't fucking know.
30 hours,
Holy
maybe?
fuck, yeah. Okay.
I mean, we stopped, obviously.
Yeah, no, right, but...
Yeah. The way back, we stopped in, like, Yellowstone, Mount Rushmore, a couple other canyons. We went off-roading in the canyon. But we were going through Yellowstone. And there's this passage over, like, a creek. And I saw traffic. I'm like, what's going on? A buffalo was walking on the road.
Yeah.
And walked, like, 3 feet from my truck.
Yeah.
And I had to, like, I rolled down the window a little.
Take a video?
I took pictures.
Oh.
I didn't know what the setting. I was panicking. I just did it quick.
Yeah.
My white balance wasn't set properly. But
fucking white balance is always fucked up. Yeah. I got the same problem. The fuck.
Well, the pictures came out kind of blue.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but I was like, I didn't want to irritate it because I would be on the fucking YouTube video of asshole who pissed off a bison and he tore his fucking truck apart. But it was really cool to see him just like
they're
walking
massive
by,
animals, right?
Huge.
Yeah. But they're not tall, right?
No, not really tall, but
like, there's like
they're
it's like
powerful, man.
It's like a cow height, like a big cow,
Yeah,
but like
wider.
like fucking double the weight or something, right?
So this is in Yellowstone National Park. A bison gored a 25-year-old woman in Yellowstone National Park. So these fucking tourists get so close to the animals. And I've been in Arizona. We drove up to through Sonoma, and we went to Grand Canyon and all these parks, and we would see people get really close to the animals. They don't understand these are wild animals. Yeah, they see a lot of people, but you get in too close and they get uncomfortable,
right.
They'll react. So the bison was walking near a boardwalk at Black Sand Basin, just north of Old Faithful. Oh, we went to Old Faithful too. We probably drove by this place. When the woman approached it on Monday, according to a park statement, she got within 10 feet before the animal gored her and tossed her 10 feet in the air. The woman from Grove City, Ohio, sustained a puncture wound and other injuries. Park emergency medical providers responded and transported her via ambulance to a hospital in Idaho. Park officials say it is the first response bison goring this year. The park statement noted that bison are unpredictable, having injured more people in Yellowstone than any other animal and can run 3 times faster than a human. Park regulations require visitors to remain more than 25 yards away from a bison.
So 75 feet, yeah.
Fucking just, I don't understand.
Did they euthanize the bison? Do you know?
Probably, I hope not. Fuck her,
It's not
man.
the bison's fault, yeah.
I know. Like, don't get too close to the animals. And people were doing that.
Yeah, well.
I've done these trips up and down West Coast, not West Coast, like Utah area. All these national parks, drove cross country, and every park we would go to and would have animals.
Yeah.
People would get really close to them.
It's dangerous.
It is.
I mean, even the zoo's fucking dangerous. And those handlers are in there and they're seeing them, but they're unpredictable.
Some of the animals in zoo can get loose.
You know,
Did you hear the kangaroo in Florida got loose? End up in some like apartment pools
And
area.
they just fucking sit on their tail and kick the fuck out of you.
Dude, kangaroos look fucking scary.
But they got big fucking powerful legs, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they can stand on their tail and kick you with both legs.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know? But I saw a video the other day. It's like it's not in the U.S., but it was you're a panda nanny. Basically, you're like caring for these pandas, and they're like, it's got like, it was all guys. They're sitting with a panda, and the panda's like in between the middle of their legs, like if you're at a stadium watching a game, and your wife would be like, her back is up against your balls, and that type of that's like we could demonstrate.
It happens all the time.
You want to demonstrate?
Off camera.
But like pandas like that, or like their feet, and the panda's like cuddling with them, and like the panda, you just hang out with the fucking panda, and then like it's just.
What is this in China?
It looked like it was China, but like they play around. Like one guy's like fucking got a hose on the panda. The panda's like rolling around.
It's a bear.
And remember Teabag Jeff? Yeah. I'm looking at this video, and the panda's like rolling around. And he's like, "It looks like you on a Saturday morning." But like they're just, I guess they're lovable animals, but they just kind of like, they're cuddly, and that's a panda nanny is a real fucking job.
They just look cute, man. Still a wild animal. It's a bear.
Yeah.
Like, it'll fuck you up.
Like, well, so's Ted from like Mark Wahlberg and the other fucking thing.
I saw a short clip where he's like in college, and the guy's talking about like, oh no, he's in church, and the guy's talking about Jesus, like he's like one of a kind, and Ted's like me, and he's like, and the priest goes, no, I'm talking about Jesus. He's like, yeah, but I'm one of a kind. He's like, how many fucking talking bears do you know? Maybe I'm Jesus, he goes.
I wanted to watch that series, but it's on Peacock, and you got to pay for the fucking service or something like that. But like,
I think I have Peacock.
the movies are pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, the movies are
Seth
hilarious.
MacFarlane is the voice, yeah.
Movies are hilarious, but I got to find the show. I keep forgetting.
What else we got?
I'm just in the middle of Loudermilk, and that's fucking funny.
I need to watch that too.
That's on Netflix, so you have Netflix,
I
right?
got Netflix,
Yeah. I don't have anything else. Oh, Tucker Carlson interview.
Oh yeah.
I didn't watch it. You did.
Yeah, I watched it. It was
Tell me about it.
it was not what it was better than I expected. It's weird because he's talking English. There's a Russian interpreter talking to Putin. Putin's responding in Russian, and then the interpreter's got to go back to fucking English to Tucker. But
Do you think Putin can speak English, but he's just like, fuck you?
I don't know if he can, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, I got a much different outlook on him than I thought, because you don't really hear from him.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really see videos, because like
You just hear what others are
our
saying
country
about him.
fucking suppresses it. But like, he from what I saw, he's super intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's got all these dates and numbers. He's going back about the history of Russia, and I mean, if people get a chance, they should check it out, because he really does explain why he has invaded the Ukraine. And to be honest, it's a lot of the U.S. fault.
Why did he say he's invading Ukraine?
I mean, he was going back. He's like, let me tell you, like, I think at the beginning of this interview, he's like, let me give you 30 seconds to a minute of explanation. And then like 45 minutes in, he's still fucking talking about him. Like, what the fuck?
How long is the interview?
2 hours. But basically, he's giving the whole history, and you get to like 2008. And then there's all this uprising, these problems, and then
So what's the history that used to be part of Russia, and that's why?
yeah, but he goes into like 800 AD or something like that. And then this person's grandfather, and then this person took over, but he didn't give it to his kids. After he died, he left the hierarchy to his brother, and like, I don't, whatever. That's fucking.
If you're gonna go that far back to justify to take over a land, what was it called when all of our continents used to be together? I think it's called Pangaea. No, wait.
Well, either way. So
Yeah, but I mean, like, all these continents were attached before. So what are you gonna say? Like,
no, well,
there's
he's
also-
not. Yeah, I don't.
I mean, how
That's
far?
probably millions of years ago.
But still, like, how far back you gonna go to justify that we need to have this back?
But he's not. So here's what happened. I mean, you go back to 2008. There's this problem, and then there's 2014. Another problem. But he's talking to Tucker Carlson, and he's like, "Well, I talked to this president. I talked to that president. We want to do this." And he's no one listens to Russia. we want to do this together. And they said, we'll get back to you. And the U.S. is like, well, we'll respond. And the U.S. doesn't respond. And then the U.S. says, basically, fuck you. He's like, well, now what am I left to do? He says, Ukraine was never going to be part of NATO. And that was fine. And then there's the thing called the Minsk Accords or Minsk Agreements. I heard the whole thing, and I just can't remember everything that was talked about. But basically, it was some agreement that was agreed upon with everybody in 2014. And then, France and Europe and all these guys signed it, and they were guarantors. And then when it came to enact these things, they're like, no, we're not doing it. And they're like, no, we don't remember, being guarantors. We just, it doesn't really mean anything now.
What was the agreement for?
I can't remember. It's like a bunch of, I don't know. I mean, whatever the agreement was for. I can't remember that. But they were just talking, and he said, so, you got NATO that was established, and then NATO, Ukraine was never going to be part of NATO. And then Ukraine was never going to expand. And then 4 times since NATO's been established, it's expanded east. He's like, well, that was never agreed upon. What the fuck's happening here?
Is he afraid of NATO expanding because...
he's just trying to protect Russia.
Is he afraid of invasion of Russia, or is he afraid that could prevent him expanding further?
How do you know? Because you're in an interview.
No.
He's not going to tell you what his strategy is.
Right. I guess, I was wondering what...
But he knows all these stats. He knows the history. He's talking about things like... And I wonder if he's got a dead man switch. You know what that is?
No.
It's like when you have a bunch of shit like on people, and like I'm gonna go meet with you, and if you kill me, this shit's gonna get fucking released.
Oh, I see.
But he's like pulling out documents. He's made copies. He gave them to Tucker Carlson. He's like, I talked to Bill Clinton. I've talked to President Trump. I've talked to George W. Bush. People say George W. Bush was like kind of a country boy. He's like, but I assure you that he knew exactly what was going on. He's much smarter than you guys give him credit for. All these things. But then he's like, basically, I think his whole problem now is the denazification of the Ukraine. And I didn't realize Zelensky's Jewish, but Putin went in to talk about how Zelensky went to the Canadian Parliament, and they're talking about this gentleman from, maybe he's not a gentleman, a person in World War II that was part of killing Russians and Jews and all these other things. And then Zelensky stood up in Parliament, standing ovation, and other people would do that. And Putin's like, what the fuck? This guy killed millions of your people and my people, and like, how can I, trust this guy, or what kind of leader is this guy? And then when the war starts in 2021, whatever year it was, 22, whatever it is, there's now a rule, a law in place that says you can't negotiate with Russians. But Zelensky is held to that law, so he can't even negotiate with Putin on how to end the war because this fucking idiot signed this law that says you can't negotiate with Russians.
Who signed it?
Zelensky. Like shit like that. You can, as a leader of a state, they call them states, country, you could do whatever the fuck you want. But he's like, I'll negotiate with anybody. And like I said, it was just a different take on it. But I think he portrays himself as like, no, I'm willing to negotiate everything. And these guys fuck this up. And I've talked to the U.S. and like he hasn't talked to Biden since before the war. And NATO fucked up all these things. But he's like, basically, I'm willing to talk. I'm willing to talk to anybody. And they brought up this journalist, this 32-year-old Gerskovich or some U.S. journalist is being held captive that was caught with espionage or committing espionage. So, but basically, what I think, Trump or Putin's like, yeah, I will negotiate with everybody, but probably the negotiation with him is going to be like, well, I'm going to start with, I want all of Ukraine. And they're going to be like, well, what the fuck? That's not really how negotiation works.
Well, it's good to hear other side, right?
Yeah, but because we don't get to hear it. Right?
So the agreement, the Minsk agreement, you're talking about, this agreement consists of a package of measures, including a ceasefire, withdrawal of heavy weapons from the front line, release of prisoners of war, constitutional reform in Ukraine, granting self-government to the certain areas of Donbass, and restoring control of the state border to the Ukrainian government. That was the agreement.
that
was
seems like
2014.
but that seems like it favors the Ukraine. So I don't really know why, or not the Ukraine. I don't know why that was not adhered to. But basically, he goes on to say that NATO is basically whatever America says NATO does. Now they want to, they're trying to get Sweden and all these other people in, and Finland, and now they're holding up some people. So there's one place left, or one country left in, and it's bad news for Russia. I understand why he is concerned, but he also says he has no plans to invade Poland. Never wants it. He doesn't, it doesn't make sense. Things like this. So but it's an interview, and maybe he's lying to all of us. I don't fucking know. It was just interesting to hear.
I see two views from it. Mm-hmm. If
at least two, because normally you only see one. So at least you get two.
So if I'm a leader of if I'm a dictator, a leader of like
not a dictator.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Tate. I would want to have options, right? I don't want to be cornered. So if I ever wanted to invade another country, if they are not part of NATO, that's my opportunity. But if all the countries around my country are part of NATO, am I under attack?
That's right.
Right? So that's two ways for me to look at it. So I'm putting myself in, I guess, his shoes. Do I want to invade more countries and expand? Because, say, I'm running out of resources. I need this other country's resources because it's rich in oil, crops, gold, whatever, right? And I want it, and it's not part of NATO. Is that my opportunity to invade this country? Or if this country becomes part of NATO, and now all these countries around me on the western side are part of NATO, am I in danger?
Right.
Is this a sign of future attack, right? Mm-hmm. So I get both sides.
I mean, I can see the point of view. I mean, I don't understand globally or even locally if you're that country. I don't have patience like that. Like, I mean, and I'm not in politics for this reason, I suppose. But like, how are you going to? Oh, yeah, okay, let's have an 8-year war. I mean, fuck, 8 years from now, what the fuck? Like, who wants to do that?
And the lives that are being,
the money spent, all these things, like. Yeah. But the U.S. gets involved in shit because we're the world's police and we fucking influence shit, and all we do is print money, so we have all this money to fucking send to people. At one point he said, Tucker Carlson asked, like, who do you think blew up? The
pipeline.
Yeah, what's it called?
I forgot the name of it.
Whatever. There's one or two. But and Putin's like, I think you did it.
You did it?
Yeah, and Tucker Carlson's like, no, I was busy that day.
No, what?
I was busy that day.
Oh, I was busy that day.
But Putin goes on to say, he goes, look, I was always taught growing up, and I was in their version of the intelligence agency. He said, you look at who has interest and who has opportunity, and whatever happens. Mm-hmm. He says, a lot of people have interest and capability. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have interest, but who has the capability to dive down in the Baltic Sea and blow up this fucking? He says the U.S.
Or could it be Ukrainians who had U.S. aid?
However it works, right. The U.S. I'm sure is involved. I guess I'm not sure, but whatever it is, I mean, I can understand why he says these things, and maybe it's all false, but he does make some good points. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, if people can check it out, go check it out.
Yeah,
the interview.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I was gonna say something. Oh, do you know Putin's background? Do you know he used to? Do you know he was an officer at Berlin Wall? Like he was against taking the wall down.
Well, he was in the intelligence agency part of Russia.
Yeah. And he was in favor of keeping the Berlin Wall up. Mm-hmm. And then when that collapse happened, he was a taxi driver. I think.
Really?
Yeah. I think if I remember the article correctly, he was like a taxi driver, and then he went into politics. I don't know how he got the support in politics to become a president.
Well,
it's probably his influence from military time.
Well, that and he's changed laws so he could be president longer than anybody before. I mean, he's not innocent of any.
I tell you what, at least Russia.
Nord Stream. Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2. I kept thinking of NORAD for like the thing that tracks Santa.
At least Russia is not going out there publicly like China and saying we want to take over the world.
Right.
Like that shit's crazy. Like I am just any communist country, any country that's ran by a communist dictator is just not good for anybody.
Well, it's not good for democracy.
We're not. I don't want to say like we need to go over and take over this country. I'm not saying that. If that's the leader and if those people need help and they can escape and get help, good for them. But don't push that shit like on the rest of the world.
Yeah, and if you're going to come here, come through our borders legally.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he was taxi driver in 1990s.
And when?
1990s.
Yeah, because he became president in like 2000 of Russia.
2000?
Yeah. So he's been there, over 20 years, 22 years.
Yeah.
Whatever, wasn't there a period of time? Because he wasn't because
who was the longest president?
I don't know. Gorbachev was there.
Was it Gorbachev?
No, not Gorbachev. Medvedev was a president before.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was longer, right?
No.
Who was the longest Russian? Because it's not Putin. Somebody else was longer.
I don't know if it's. Well, I mean, Putin is the one that had the term limits changed so that he could become president longer. He's probably the longest.
Putin? No, not yet. Let's see. Minister, prime minister, and
You go for some prime rib.
Joseph Stalin.
How long is that? But that might have been. So that was World War II time. But it's
I don't know.
Yeah, either way.
He's not the longest though.
But he may be because I think their election is next month. Russia's.
It's the longest serving Russian leader over the past 100 years. Days in office. Stalin was 10,636 days in office. Putin is 6,788.
So how many days you said? 10,000?
10,636.
10,636.
Divided by 365.
So Stalin was almost 30 years.
Yeah.
And Putin's at what now? 6,000?
6,788.
Divided by 365. So he's 18.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think Putin's in the 70s, I think. So, and I don't know what happened to Stalin. I don't know how he died or how old he was, but maybe he's trying to become the longest one. I don't know what happens in their mind over there. I don't know. But yeah,
Anyways,
that's what it is.
I'll check out the interview.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But let's end on this note.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Let's thank our subscribers. Thank on Patreon. And if you're not subscribing, please subscribe. It's $5 a month. We have some new interviews are coming up. I will be uploaded on Patreon. Thank you to all our social media followers. It's a great circle of friends. People that we never met, but have this like online relationship.
Yeah, sort of
you guys
camaraderie, yeah.
You guys are awesome. And hopefully we can meet some of them on our trip.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube is growing.
Our New York listeners can still use the.
If you are in New York State, go to drinknycraft.com and you can use a 10% discount code Brews and A&D Banter, all capital letters, for 10% off at the checkout.
Yep.
So enjoy beer. It was great to talk to the owner to offer this discount for everyone, and he's got great selection of beer.
Yeah, and also like drop us a line and let us know what you tried and what you thought of it.
Oh yeah. Give us your thoughts on the beers you got, your feedback from the service, and the owner will check it out for sure. So thank you, everybody.
Yep. Thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Or is this past? Yeah. And Next one will be destination.
That's right.
All right. Bye.
But, hey, Hopheads, Frank here.
And Roman. Welcome to Brews Banter, the podcast where we sip and spill the funniest stories over a cold one.
We're not just brewing laughs and comedy. We also discuss life stories and current events in every episode.
Follow the frolic on our socials, where we brew up more than just banter. Check out linktree/Brews and Banter for all the goods.
And guess what? We've got a VIP section. Join our Patreon for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes brew secrets, and maybe even a blooper reel or two.
Subscribe, laugh, and unlock the full Brews and Banter experience. Because life is too short for bad beer and boring stories. Cheers.